I've been to 1,000 battles, seen the battle turn, say something to bleed, say something to smack, like, so I'm used to it. It's like, it's to be expected. It's not the first time somebody said my name, but
right. Rumor has it that Remy Ma is still struggling emotionally after Papoose made his relationship with Claressa Shields official. Allegedly, she has been sending Papoose explicit videos and pictures in an attempt to win him back. However, Papoose reportedly remains focused on past grievances, stating that he has not forgiven Remy for cheating on him throughout their relationship. He has even discussed when and how he found out, painting a picture of a deeply complicated situation. A few weeks ago, Remy leaked the DMs between Papoose and Claressa, claiming that the messages were part of a larger attempt to tarnish her reputation. Concerned about how her PR team might respond, Claressa Shields appeared to counsel Papoose to take action regarding Remy Ma. She also hinted at a significant revelation that she couldn't disclose before the premiere of her film in late December. The situation escalated when Remy accused Papoose of domestic violence, claiming he attacked her in a garage, prompting workers to call the police. Papoose denied the allegations, countering that Remy Ma had been unfaithful. Remy reportedly deleted additional text exchanges between Papoose and Claressa, while publicly criticizing her for being involved with him. Papoose described Remy as a narcissist who repeatedly cheated on him during their 15-year marriage and accused her of prioritizing public drama over resolving issues privately, for the sake of their young daughter. Papoose shared his frustration publicly, stating that he had repeatedly sought a divorce, but Remy preferred manipulating situations on social media rather than dealing with matters as an adult. He expressed regret that social media drama overshadowed the well-being of their 6-year-old child and firmly denied ever orchestrating Remy's arrest. He condemned her for falsifying text messages from over a decade ago to justify her actions and manipulate public perception. Tensions further intensified due to Remy's affair with battle rapper E. The situation reportedly escalated during a rap event, where a caller claimed to witness Papoose physically confronting E, creating chaos in the room. Fans also speculated about Remy and E's growing closeness during appearances in April 2023, though Remy denied any cheating allegations on Twitter. The drama continued when Jay exposed her interactions with E behind Papoose's back during a rap battle. Papoose was notably absent from this event, reportedly because he couldn't bear seeing Remy and E together. The ongoing fallout left Papoose feeling betrayed by someone he had supported even during her time of incarceration, highlighting just how messy and emotionally charged the situation has become.
He held you down in prison for 6 years. I know it was nice, he cried big tears. He's still biting on the biggest accomplishment front row, giving you big tears. Now y'all got a beautiful baby girl who owns so amazing. He'll be damned if he moves you to his bones on the braces. The world ain't never supposed to know what you and me going through. Hey, the world ain't never supposed to know what you and me going through. But this nigga behind closed doors running his mouth like a hoe supposed to do. Y'all niggas making blogs and YouTubes, people arguing in the comments and those posting.
In any case, Remy continued to deny the allegations. In fact, when 15 Minutes of Fame Radio asked her about the rap battle, she responded that she was unfazed and at ease, noting that everything E had said was simply repeating what had already been circulating on blogs for the past 3 or 4 months. However, in a now-deleted audio clip that John posted, E seemed to confirm the affair, even though Remy continued to deny the rumors. In the recording, E reportedly said things like, "Yo, we were messing with each other. She was cheating on him, such and such, whatever happened I should've." John added that he was just playing around with Remy, and that if he were in Papoose's shoes, he might have reacted the same way, especially knowing the situation in New York. According to Papoose, Remy's alleged infidelity with E wasn't a one-time thing. It reportedly had been going on for years while they were together. There have also been claims suggesting that Papoose may have been unfaithful. For example, back in 2017, a woman sat down with Tasha K to clarify her side of the story, explaining that she had a child with Papoose and simply wanted to set the record straight, as people kept coming at her about it. Rumors swirled that this affair began while Remy was in prison. Many also questioned whether Papoose could have remained faithful during that time. Some even speculated that Remy may have given him a pass, thinking he wouldn't remain loyal, but then supposedly discovered he had a child she didn't know about. Papoose has strongly denied all claims of cheating. In a lengthy Instagram post, he called the rumors lies and exposed the woman spreading them, claiming she had gained thousands of followers by fabricating the story with help from a blogger. He emphasized, "I love the ground my wife walks on and would never ever cheat, but hypothetically if I did, it would never be with someone this unattractive." He also suggested that someone may have paid these women to concoct the story, remarking that his wife and he will continue to stand for loyalty in marriage. Ultimately, Papoose insists that it was Remy who was unfaithful for years, and he alleges she cannot handle the fact that he has moved on. She has reportedly been sending him pictures and videos in an attempt to win him back. Papoose officially confirmed his relationship with Claressa Shields during a romantic vacation in Hawaii, celebrating what many are calling Hawaii Fest 2025, and the couple has been spending more time together publicly. Whenever questioned about Remy, Papoose maintains that he discovered her cheating long ago and has filed for divorce multiple times. The situation remains messy as they are not yet divorced, but fans continue to debate the drama. You can share your thoughts about this complicated saga in the comments section below. Papoose has always been known as one of hip-hop's most straightforward voices, someone who doesn't shy away from addressing controversy directly, but nothing could have prepared fans for the moment he revealed how and when he realized Remy Ma had allegedly been lying to him and allegedly cheating for years. The drama between Papoose and Remy has been a long-standing saga, one that has included public disputes, social media exchanges, rumors, and countless allegations that have left fans divided and speculating. For years, the narrative seemed simple. Papoose, a loyal husband and father, remained devoted to his family while Remy faced her own struggles, including legal battles and incarceration. Yet behind the public perception, according to Papoose, there was a private story filled with betrayal, secrecy, and emotional turmoil that only recently began to surface publicly. In a series of candid interviews, posts on social media, and shared receipts, Papoose laid out the timeline of events in meticulous detail, explaining the moment that changed everything and forced him to confront a truth he hadn't wanted to see. It all allegedly started long before the public even became aware, during years when Papoose claimed that Remy's behavior increasingly became inconsistent with her words. He said he began noticing subtle signs, inconsistencies in stories, unexplained absences, and patterns of secrecy that didn't align with the commitment he expected from their marriage. While some fans speculated that these were just normal conflicts in any long-term relationship, Papoose described it as a pattern that revealed a deeper level of duplicity. He detailed instances where Remy reportedly communicated with other individuals secretly, conversations that suggested emotional and possibly physical connections outside the marriage. In interviews, he explained that while he wanted to trust her, there were moments when he simply couldn't ignore the signs, and he began to document them privately, keeping track of evidence that later confirmed his worst fears. The situation allegedly escalated when rumors began to circulate about Remy's connection with the battle rapper known as E. Social media posts, leaked messages, and eyewitness accounts painted a picture that seemed increasingly difficult to dismiss. Papoose claimed that while Remy publicly denied these rumors, he had direct knowledge of her interactions with E, some of which were corroborated by deleted audio clips, DMs, and other private recordings that surfaced online. The evidence, according to Papoose, was not just circumstantial. He described a series of moments where he personally witnessed or was made aware of behavior that clearly violated the trust he had placed in her. Papoose explained that the turning point, the exact moment he knew she had been lying, was when he connected multiple incidents over several years, realizing that the patterns were consistent, deliberate, and repeated. It wasn't just one isolated event, it was the accumulation of years of actions that contradicted her public statements and reassurances. This moment, he said, was crushing, emotionally devastating, and yet clarifying. For Papoose, it forced him to confront not only Remy's alleged infidelity but also the ways in which their marriage had been manipulated and misrepresented publicly. Around this time, the drama intensified when social media users and bloggers began amplifying rumors about both Papoose and Remy, some claiming he had cheated while she was incarcerated, others claiming that she had been cheating throughout their marriage. Papoose addressed these directly, denying any wrongdoing on his part while simultaneously exposing the narratives he believed were fabricated. He shared posts and stories on Instagram, detailing how certain individuals had gained followers by spreading false claims, and how a particular blogger had helped perpetuate these lies for attention and clout. Papoose's public statements were often pointed, asserting that he loved and respected his wife but would never engage in infidelity, and that if hypothetically he had, it would never have been with someone he considered unattractive or inappropriate. While the social media battle raged, Papoose also discussed the impact on their child, emphasizing that despite the public nature of the drama, his priority remained his 6-year-old daughter and ensuring that she was shielded from unnecessary toxicity. He recounted moments when he chose to remain silent on platforms like Instagram, despite the rumors swirling, because he wanted to protect his child from being dragged into adult conflicts. The narrative took another twist with Hawaii and Claressa Shields. Papoose officially confirmed his relationship with Claressa Shields following a romantic vacation, which many fans have interpreted as him moving on and finding happiness again. This public confirmation only seemed to heighten Remy's alleged attempts to regain his attention, as he claimed she had been sending explicit photos and videos in an effort to reinsert herself into his life. According to Papoose, this behavior underscored the fact that she had difficulty accepting that he had moved on, while also reinforcing the reality of the past he had uncovered, the lies, the alleged cheating, and the ongoing manipulation. He spoke candidly about how, despite these challenges, he had repeatedly attempted to handle matters privately, including filing for divorce multiple times and attempting to resolve conflicts outside of social media. He expressed frustration that these efforts were ignored, and instead, public drama was amplified, with false narratives being spread to paint him in a negative light. Papoose also reflected on the dynamics of trust and loyalty in his marriage. He revealed that he had tried to give Remy the benefit of the doubt for years, but certain revelations, including leaked messages and corroborating audio, made it impossible to ignore the reality of the situation. He emphasized that his intention was never to publicly shame her but to clarify the truth for his family, his fans, and anyone who had been misled by incomplete or falsified information. In recounting the events leading up to the Hawaii vacation, Papoose highlighted how he and Claressa Shields had developed a connection built on mutual respect, transparency, and understanding, contrasting it with the years of alleged deception he experienced in his marriage. This new relationship, he claimed, helped him heal and establish boundaries that were necessary for his emotional well-being. Papoose also addressed the broader context of public perception, explaining how rumors and half-truths can distort reality, especially when amplified by social media and entertainment news outlets. He recounted multiple instances where fans and reporters assumed his involvement in actions or behaviors he had no part in, simply because the narratives were compelling or sensationalized. These misrepresentations, he argued, only served to complicate an already delicate situation. Despite the chaos, Papoose maintained a consistent message. His focus remained on integrity, loyalty, and doing right by his family. He highlighted that while the world may speculate, the truth ultimately lies in the facts he has documented, his personal experiences, and the evidence he has shared publicly. He also made it clear that while he had forgiven in some sense, he could not ignore years of alleged deceit, and that recognition of the truth was necessary for him to move forward. Throughout the interviews and posts, Papoose frequently returned to the theme of personal accountability. He contrasted his approach to conflict with what he saw as manipulation, public posturing, and social media theatrics, emphasizing that the real work in relationships comes behind closed doors, not on Instagram or Twitter. He described the emotional toll of being subjected to public scrutiny while managing deeply personal matters, and how this had shaped his perspective on trust, communication, and boundaries in intimate relationships. As the story continued to unfold, Papoose also touched on the reactions of friends, family, and colleagues, some of whom had been privy to the dynamics but had remained silent to avoid public spectacle. He noted that these reactions ranged from shock to support, but that ultimately he had to rely on his own judgment and understanding of the situation. He described the process of piecing together information over time, analyzing patterns of behavior, and making decisions based on what he saw as the undeniable reality. The narrative also included discussions about the role of media in shaping public perception. Papoose commented on how blogs, influencers, and even casual observers can distort facts, sometimes unintentionally, sometimes deliberately, creating a climate where the truth becomes difficult to separate from fiction. He urged fans to consider context, evidence, and direct statements before forming opinions, noting that misinformation can have real consequences for families and reputations. Despite the weight of the allegations and the intensity of the public scrutiny, Papoose repeatedly emphasized his commitment to moving forward with dignity and purpose. He shared how his relationship with Claressa Shields represented a fresh start, and how prioritizing transparency and communication was central to building trust in a new partnership. He also reflected on the lessons learned from his marriage to Remy, including the importance of recognizing warning signs, valuing honesty, and protecting oneself.